That's like perfect lighting. You got that reflector shirt.
I was,
And it puts light up underneath your chin.
yeah, Tim, I was thinking that today when I got dressed. I thought, Tim will really like this. I'll look good in the light.
All right, Coach, it's coming off 2 bad losses, been outscored pretty bad, 75 to 60 these last 2 games. How do you get your team's confidence and their swagger back going into this final game of the season?
Well, we've played really good teams. You know, Notre Dame was our 3rd top 10 team to play, and so our guys have to understand we got to play better, but we're playing some pretty good people. And I think, you know, a lot of the teams that we've lost to this year are bowl teams. They're going to still be playing when the season's over, and we hope to be doing the same thing, but we got to play a lot better this week against Vanderbilt.
Any added pressure of the fact of what's on the line?
I hope so. I think, you know, the kids need to know what's at stake. We've got smart guys at Wake Forest. They know that, you know, it's either win or go home. You know, if we don't win, we got a chance to play again. If we don't win, we're not going to be playing in the postseason. So it's an important game.
What are the biggest changes you want to make going into this final game?
Well, we got to get something going offensively. You know, we've been so bad the past 2 weeks. Not hitting throws, not protecting very well, you know, not catching the ball very well. A lot of different things offensively. And, you know, defensively, we've given up a bunch of points, but we're not getting any help on the defensive side. We've got to hold on to the football a little bit. We've got so many 3-and-outs right now. We're spending a lot of time punting the football, and we've got to quit doing that.
Vanderbilt, they're already going level, so they won't have that on the line. But what are you seeing out of them this year? I remember you saying a couple weeks ago you saw this team on TV, and it looked very impressive. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, this is a veteran football team. You know, they've got, I think, 11 starters on defense are juniors and seniors. I think they've got 8 or 9 juniors or seniors on offense. So Bobby Johnson, who used to be the coach there, he left some pretty good players, and James Franklin and his staff are doing a great job coaching these guys. And so this is a talented football team, but a very mature football team. They don't make very many mistakes. They're tough guys because they've been around for a while. So this is a challenge for the Deacs. We're going to have to play great football to beat these guys.
How much of the film, excuse me, from last year are you looking at? I mean, I know you're looking at film of this current roster that they have at Vanderbilt. So from last year's game, the 41-7 game, are you guys looking at that film as well?
Well, we always do. We always look at, you know, if we played somebody last year, that's where we start. We look at that film first. They don't have a lot of new players. You know, a lot of their guys, a lot of starters back from last year's team. So where a lot of times year to year you may change your philosophies or your thoughts based on your personnel, most of their personnel's back. Their quarterback, great tailback, Stacy's back. A lot of linemen, receivers. You know, defensively they've got a lot of starters back. So this is a team that in a good way has not changed much. These guys are doing the things that were successful last year, and of course with the more veteran team, they're even more successful this season.
Having this game at home, how much does that help as far as the confidence going into this one, knowing you'll have the crowd on your side and with what's on the line? How good does it feel to have this final game at home?
Well, it feels good. It's nice not to go back on the road. We've played in some pretty tough venues in front of 80,000 with the #1 team in the country. Last week was a tough place to play. So I think it'll be good to be home. It's a little different playing after Thanksgiving. You know, a lot of people aren't thinking football after Thanksgiving, but hopefully we get our guys to focus on playing. I think they know what's at stake, and I really believe our guys would like to be in a bowl game this year, so we just got to play good and get a win.
What type of challenges does the Thanksgiving week provide for you and your coaching staff as far as getting ready for this game and the practice schedule? You know, some kids who might be a little homesick, want to be with their families and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's toughest on your younger kids. The freshmen typically have not been away from home for this long a stretch, and you know, we in the past, when your season's over before Thanksgiving, everybody gets to go home and take a break. All the students leave after class today and are gone you know, through the rest of the week, and so our players, we're asking them to stay back. And I think for the older guys it's a little bit easier. They're more used to the routine. For the younger guys, it's a little tougher, especially the guys that are redshirted that aren't playing in the game. They got to stay in practice and not play in the game. So we'll try to have Thanksgiving dinner and try to make it as pleasant as possible, but at the same time our guys know we got a lot of work to do.
What do you guys do for Thanksgiving? Stay on campus?
We're going to actually have a dinner downtown for the kids. We're going to the Marriott and have dinner for the team and for families, and the kids' parents and their families are allowed to come. We have to charge them. The NCAA won't let us give it to them for free, but all the families that want to be with us for Thanksgiving are welcome to be there. So we'll just try to do a little football and do a little Thanksgiving dinner, and then hopefully get on a regular routine Friday, just like a regular game week.
We talked to the seniors that are in here about emotional week, could be their last week. As a coach, do you use that as a little motivation or add a little spark, knowing that the last time you might coach these guys for a week, maybe give them that message?
Well, Tim, a lot of times I think we look for ways to motivate our players, and there's some weeks you don't have to do much of that. And with the seniors, that's the case. I don't think we need to say much to our seniors. Our guys would like to close their career out at home with a win, and I know all of our seniors would love to have one more opportunity to play in a bowl game. So there'll be plenty of motivation for the seniors without me saying much to them.
Coach, this week the game is out of College Park. The landscape is changing yet again. What's your reaction to Maryland leaving the ACC?
Well, it's disappointing. I played at University of Virginia, and I've always thought of Maryland as an ACC school. So losing those guys is a little depressing to me, because I like playing against those guys. It's nice to know your opponents, and Maryland's been in the ACC for so long. It just feels like a loss to me. That's significant. I hate to see them leave.
The landscape, it changes year to year, month to month, week to week, adding, subtracting. Do you ever worry that one day Wake Forest could be left holding the bag if the ACC goes away or anything?
I don't worry about Wake Forest being left holding the bag. I just am getting a little bit uncomfortable with all the changes. I think we're losing something. I don't think it's good. I think each conference has to protect itself, because the danger is that if you lose a bunch of teams, you won't be around for long. So I understand the climate. I understand why things are happening the way they are, but there's something that we're losing with college football that I don't like right now. But I'm understanding. I guess I'm a little bit old school. I kind of like the old ways.
What will the difference be between having 13 teams in the conference compared to 14?
Well, I've got a feeling, and I don't know this. I haven't talked to John Swafford, and I will tell you, I have total trust in John. I know he's doing what's best for the Atlantic Coast Conference and for all the schools that are in the ACC. But I trust him. I got a feeling that we're going to end up with a 14th team before too long. I don't think we'll sit around with 13 teams for very long.
No speculation on who that will be, though.
I don't. I don't have an idea. I know everybody would love to see Notre Dame become a full-fledged member, but I just want the rest of our guys in the league to get a chance to play those cats. They're pretty good.